When I have written songs in the past, I've always stuck to the ethos of always stay in key. But you can actually get some really cool effects when you're writing songs if you go out of key. Today, I'm going to teach you 3 methods of breaking key in songwriting that will give you a really nice effect. We have one that will work in most forms of pop, indie, singer-songwriter, acoustic-y kind of stuff. We have another one that will primarily works in metal, and we have another one that will work in pretty much any heavy music. First thing is the McFly Thing. We took to calling this method the McFly Thing because the first time we heard it, it was in a McFly song. What it is essentially finishing your section on your 4th chord, but then when you start your next bar, go to the minor version of that 4th chord and let it ring. See, that isn't technically in key, but it still kind of works, and it adds a little bit of shaky darkness into what could otherwise be like a really happy-go-lucky song. This method is really good for leading into other sections, like if you're leading into a pre-chorus or a chorus, it really helps build the whole atmosphere of the song. Here's the example. The second thing I'm going to teach you today is the minor second. What the minor second essentially is when you're playing in any minor scale, traditionally the second note in that scale is your major second. Now, a really good way to fuck that up and make it sound really horrible and dark and nasty is to actually have the minor second in there instead. And the reason why it sounds so horrible is because it's only 1 semitone away from root note. So it's almost clashy, but it's just not, and it just works that right amount.
Sounds very metal.
It does sound very metal. It's primarily used in metal music, but I've actually used it in a song in my band, and we're not metal.
Yeah, you are.
So the example that we're going to show you today is split into 2 parts. The first part doesn't have the minor second, the second part does. We wanted to kind of show you how a section that doesn't have the minor second leads into a part that does. Enjoy. The third thing that I'm going to show you today is called the Devil's Interval. The reason why it's called the Devil's Interval is that this actually sounds so nasty that it was actually illegal to play it in Middle Ages. People thought that if you played it, it would summon the devil. So, the Devil's Interval is basically where you get any note in your key and you add your augmented 4th to it and you play it at the same time as the root. This clashes to fuck. It sounds really, really bad, but you can sprinkle it into any riff or melody that you're playing to just kind of add a little bit of horrendousness into your piece of music, and it's like putting... It's sort of like adding a spice to a meal, isn't it? Yeah, like you just get a little twinge. Yeah, occasionally you just get a little twinge of, oh God, what was that? And if you do it right, it can work really well. Last
Halloween, we wrote a song for Let's Write a Song. I'll link it in the top right. We actually used the Devil's Interval in that because it sounded so Halloween-y and so clashy and thing. And it adds an effect, and it's really nice.
It does. The note that is used is actually one of the notes in the blues scale. It's actually the note in the blues scale that makes the blues scale sound like the blues scale. However, blues music wouldn't ever use it at the same time as the root note. But you can. It sounds horrible, and if you can find a way to make it sound good, then it'll sound awesome. So, here it is. That was 3 ways that you can break key to enhance your songwriting. Does anybody know any more? Because I'm really interested to hear any more. Like, we were trying to think of some today, and those were the only 3 that came off the top of my head. So, any more that anybody knows, please comment them down below, and we would love to hear them. Royal Blood of shit, and have a good day.
Do you actually like Royal Blood?
Yeah, I quite like Royal Blood, to be honest. I think they're a good band, have some good songs. But...
yeah, we just wanted to highlight a potential problem. We didn't want the video to go madly viral and for a load of people to just like fucking hate on us and stuff. We got called wankers.
We did.
It doesn't trump my favourite comment of all time, which called us faggots, which I just really like. I like that we were called faggots, because I think it's such a shit insult.
Yeah, I suppose it just means you're gay in a bad way.
Yeah, but like that, that's really fine to me. I don't care. I'd like to be called... Call me a faggot in the comments, please, everybody. Have no context to it and just go, Lenny is a faggot. Or don't, because you're probably a nice person, and obviously, but whatever. Yeah, Royal Blood of shit, and they don't use the Devil's Interval because they're playing bass and playing 2 notes.
He actually does use the Devil's Interval, yeah, in the... You made a fool out of me, to my back running. That song uses... Okay. I think it's the Devil's Interval anyway.
I can't put that in there, can I?
No, you can't. If you want to see more videos from this series, then click over there. And if you want to see more videos... If you want to see our best videos, actually, click over there.
Yeah. Can you tell that Joe doesn't like doing that part?
I don't like doing that part.
Royal Blood